afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a package from Rhinorescue. Now, Rhinorescue did reach out to me, asked me if I want to take a look at some of the products. I said yes, so they did send me the contents of this package for free. But all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Rhinorescue prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now, I kind of have an idea what's inside this bag right here, but we had our conversation a while ago, and then it took a while before it shipped, so I don't really remember exactly what's in here. I think I remember, but we're gonna crack it open and see what we have inside, and then we'll break it down and check each piece out. So let's just rip this bag on open. But before we do that, you can see it is a branded Rhinorescue poly mailer, so there is some branding on the package itself that we're about to rip and ruin. All right. Okay, so I think this is what I thought it was. So we have the burn kit and the EVA. Now, both of these pieces of kit are something I hope that I never ever have to use, but I would rather have them on hand and never use them than need them and not have them. Now, I'm really hoping I never have to use the burn kits, because when I was a kid, I burned my left paw really, really badly on a stove. And then I also had some molten plastic fall in my thumb area. There's only a tiny, tiny little scar left here that I do not think this camera is even picking up. But at the time I got it, it was actually quite large, and I really could have used a burn kit at that time, and I didn't have one. So kind of wish I had this, like, 25 years or so ago when I was at scout camp and I burned myself, or when I was cooking at home and I put my hand on the wrong burner. Yep, not proud of that moment in my life. But anyway, the first aid kit is something that I will probably need more often than not. And this one being a slightly larger one, but not massive. I'm probably gonna keep this in the car. So this will be like a go-to in my car. Now, the EVA first aid kit comes in at $16.99 USD, while the burn kit comes in at $23.98 USD. Now, in addition to the EVA and the burn kit, Rhinorescue puts out quite a bit of pieces of gear. They have whole sets, whole kits, whole med kits, whole med packs, and then they also have things like refill kits for your larger first aid kit. Some of those things include a trauma kit, a bleed control kit, a wound closure kit, and an advanced wound kit. Now, all of these things are things that you probably should not be putting your paws on unless you have training in that, in which case Rhinorescue does also offer some training, some education on how to do some first aid. So that's also something that you can look into through Rhinorescue. But right now, let's unzip this EVA kit and see what we got inside of this. One thing I'm noticing here before I even unzip it is we do have some cover coil zippers, so there is a little bit of protection for what's inside. I do not know if this is AquaGuard or not. It does feel as if it has a like vinyl feeling to it, so I don't think it's going to be like an AquaGuard, but if this is vinyl, it should have a little bit of water resistant properties to help keep water from getting inside. Okay, so we do have a fair amount of organization in here. Before I even take anything out, I'm noticing there's like an emergency blanket here. We have some tape, we have some Q-tips. Looks like we have a gauze roll. We got some burn gel in here. Looks like we might have, okay, we have some tweezers. We have an instant ice pack here that we're gonna be careful that we don't crack open and accidentally activate it, because if we need it and we've already used it, we're a bit out of luck. So this has, there's instructions on it, but essentially there's an inside pack that you break, you rupture, you shake it all up, it mixes together, creates a chemical reaction, and gets cold. So let's see, I saw a space blanket I saw. These look like some gloves. Yep, we have some gloves. We have some safety pins. I'm hoping it's not focusing on my face. It wouldn't focus on the safety pins. And we have, looks like a little first aid manual that we have here to consult with. And we also have some LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook links on the back if you wanted to scan those. We have some safety shears. It has the little nubbin on the top, so if you got to cut clothing open, this little nubbin kind of lifts it off of your skin, so you're not cutting your skin and you're just cutting the clothing. What do we have in here? A whole bunch of antiseptic swabs. A whole bunch more of them. We have an emergency whistle. I actually have a whole bunch of these. I keep these on like all of my backpacks that I use mostly for outdoors. So like all of my day packs, all of my hiking bags, Hazel's hiking bag, all of these, I have a bunch of these little whistles that are on the outside of all of those. So that's good to have. And we have some burn gels. 2 things of burn gel. And on the opposite side here, wow, it's actually hard to unzip. It's pretty packed full of gear. I don't want to rip anything open. So, and we have 2 rolls of elastic bandage. We have Q-tips. What is in here? Oh, we have a CPR face shield. You put this over someone else's mouth so you can do mouth-to-mouth without having direct mouth-to-mouth contact. We have a triangular bandage that you can use for a sling, and there's also some extra safety pins in there for that. We have some medical tape, wound plasters. Wound plasters, it's a package of different sized band-aids. And there's actually a list on here of the sizes of the band-aids. And then we have a bunch of, I think this is gauze, if I can get it out here. Yeah, we have a bunch of different individual, oh, there's some moleskin in there too. Okay, so we have, all right, the moleskin came undone. So we have a sheet of moleskin that actually has, probably can't see it, but there's some pre-cut spacers in here. You might be able to see it. Can you see it through the backside? There's not enough light. I can see the light coming through. So there's actually different pieces of moleskin so you can fit it over different size areas. And then we have assorted things of some gauze padding, assorted sizes. So this is actually a fairly extensive kit put into this one little package. So you have all of this kit inside the one little Rhino Rescue container here. So this is actually quite a bit of stuff, and I'm pretty satisfied with this right here. So that's quite a bit put into this one container. I mean, it is a little bit larger. This is definitely bigger than what I carry in my EDC. I carry those little first aid kits. If you've watched several of my bag review videos, you'll see I pull it out. Sometimes I'm showing you my loadouts. It's pretty small. It's mostly just like band-aids, and there's a couple bandages and stuff, and there might be some gauze and things, but I don't have anything this extensive in my EDC. And this is a little larger for me to carry around with me every day, but this is something that I will definitely keep in my car. I'm gonna put this all back in here, and this is gonna go right in the trunk of my car, right next to my dad bag, so this will be all easily accessible if or when I ever actually need it. But all in all, this kit is pretty extensive for what it is, and I believe all of this stuff can also be purchased separately to refill. So if you use, say, a bunch of your bandages, there is, again, a listing on the outside here that tells you how many of what size are in here. Or if you use all your gauze, all your different gauzes, you can actually just reorder the supplies directly through Rhino Rescue to refill your kit. And I believe that's for like just about any of their kits. You use the stuff, you can actually refill it, so you're never going to run out. So you basically use it, maybe if you can think clearly in a state of trauma, if you're trying to dress a wound, to maybe stick all of your wrappings into a pocket, and then later on, after the nerves and the adrenaline have calmed down, you can write yourself a little list of what supplies you need to restock your kit, because if you use them, you gotta restock them, because then again, you're gonna be without the next time you need it. So try to always remember what kit you have used so you can restock and fill your kit back up. Now let's clear this out of the way and check out the burn kit. Okay, so the burn kit, it is a sealed bag, so I'm not gonna crack this open. Instead, we're gonna jump to the images that they show on the website so we can kind of get an idea of what's inside the burn kit. But there's also a contents packing list on the outside of the bag, so you do know what you're getting inside the kit. We have 4 4-inch burn dressings, 8 3.5 gram burn gels, 4 non-adherent pads. What the non-adherent pads are for, you put the burn gel on the wound, you put that on top of the wound, and then you would wrap over that. That way when you're taking it all off, it doesn't stick to the wound, it will peel off without taking the skin with it. We have 2 3-inch by 5-yard PBT bandages, 1 1-inch by 5-yard PE tape, 1 set of bandage scissors, 1 pair of nitrile gloves, and an instruction card. So all in all, this looks like a pretty good basic burn care kit. You can use this from small burns from something like a fire to even a sunburn, which they even show here on the website. They show some very red neck and a very red bikini bra strap that does look like it's gonna be quite painful. So this is something that I'm gonna keep in the house, accessible downstairs in the kitchen where I keep a lot of my other bandages and stuff like that. And I will also pack this in the bag whenever we take the car on a road trip, going camping, going to the beach, just going on a basic vacation. For in the car, I'll probably throw this in the car. I actually have been meaning to build a larger first aid kit, a larger car first aid kit. So actually, I think both pieces of these gear are going to go inside a bag that's going to be specifically a first aid kit that I will keep inside the trunk of my car. Burn kit is something that I will add in when I'm going on a road trip, and I'll keep this in the house because I feel like maybe someday in the house this might be effective. I wouldn't know that from past experience or anything, but having a burn kit readily available inside the house would be something that I would definitely feel a little more comfortable having. And then since it's all self-contained, I can just grab this, throw this in the car, and take off on our long weekend or our long week or a whole week road trip, anything like that. So I'm definitely pretty satisfied with the contents of both of these kits. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I never have to use them, at least not extensively. The burn kit is something I never have to use on Hazel because yeah, I've been burned and it sucks. It hurts bad and I don't want her to have to ever deal with that. The first aid kit, I'm sure I'm gonna need a few pieces of this throughout the course of my lifetime and Hazel's lifetime. She's gonna get a couple bumps and bruises, but this is a basic first aid kit. So this is something that I will definitely most likely be reaching for here or there throughout the course of time. And this is a basic burn kit, which hopefully I don't have to reach for, but if we're at the Jersey Shore and we get a wicked sunburn, there's some burn gels in here. If we forget to pack the aloe, I could throw some burn gel on there while I run out and get some aloe to put on her skin to help mitigate that sunburn, because we've all been there and they also suck. Not nearly as bad as burning your hand on a stovetop or getting some molten plastic melting into your flesh. Both of those hurt significantly more than a sunburn, but always be prepared for just about anything. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say it one more time. These are things that I hope I never have to use, but I am very, very happy that I now have them on hand. And if I do have to use any pieces of these kits, I will make a forthcoming video to let you know just how well they work. But right now, I'm pretty stoked. Thank you, Rhino Rescue, for sending me these pieces of gear to look at. I'm gonna set these up for this car in-house, and I'll let you know if I ever have to use them and how well they worked. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.